Well, everybody, tonight is the night. Tonight is the ultimate deletion, which you guys have been waiting for. Here it comes. I just talked about this a lot on my Patreon video on Morning Madness. Obviously, you guys know Morning Madness. By the way, it's up if you want to go listen, you patrons. But it's tonight, man. It's going to be nuts. This is going to make or break the Matt Hardy character. I said basically what I said is going to make or break the character. They need to do this, man. They need to get it going. This is going to launch the character because it hasn't really been fully launched, or at least it hasn't connected the way that you would expect it to be connected. So, we're going to find out if that works tonight. If it doesn't work, then it's over, man. It's over if it don't work tonight. Because they're really in trouble if it don't work. I also want to say big time thank you, Mr. Dave Rose, making us another t-shirt. You guys can get to my t-shirt store by going over to JoeCroninShow.net. That's JoeCroninShow.net. There's a couple t-shirts on there. You click on them, it'll take you to my store. Just stay on the Joe Cronin Show store, and you'll see the new t-shirt. You can also use the Teespring link in the description box down below. Look at it, even for the ladies. Great logo by Dave Rose. I love it. Got monetized this on the top, JCS on the bottom, and the logo in the middle. Tons of different colors and things like that. Sticker, women's tee, sweatshirt, t-shirt. Check it out. JoeCroninShow.net. Go to JoeCroninShow.net. You can go to shop, or you can see the t-shirts right there. Just follow the links to get the new shirt. Really cool stuff. Also, guys, make sure you follow me on my new Twitter. It is a brand new Twitter. Another new Twitter, remember. So it's important you go over there because you'll get my alerts that I'm live and stuff like that a little bit better than sometimes you will get on YouTube. So it's at Real Cronin. At Real Cronin on Twitter, guys. We're up to 1,100 followers. I used to have 3,700. Before that, I had 6,000 on my old Twitter. And then on my old Twitter before that, 36,000. So we're not getting back to nowhere near where we should be except for the hardcores. So make sure you get over to Twitter. At Real Cronin on Twitter. Very important. AJ Styles might be injured. And also a reminder that I just put Morning Madness up on Patreon. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And one more thing to throw out there. Thank you to the people that support this show. You guys are the reason why I'm still able to do this show. JCS Chief of Staff upping his pledge to $5. Steve James to $5. Ariston Lakothia edited the pledge. He went up to $5. Dolphin on High is back. Adam Esom brought his pledge up to $10. Jimmy Martin up to $5. So thank you for being here for that. Elias is back with $2. So you guys are the ones keeping this thing going too, just like everybody else who's a patron, who's been a patron, who's been supporting for so long. All right, let's get into this now. Also, IP. Oh God, I gotta shout out someone else. IP Hovercraft, $5 a month. John, $2 a month. $5 from Brandon Lemke. $10 from John Stellar, Constipated Rock. And IB is at $2. Sorry, I had more to talk about. So there it is. Moving on. Okay, let's talk about AJ Styles. So he might be injured. It looks like something's going on. I don't see a reason for them to storyline this. It almost sounded like they are storylining it on the road because something else is going on. There's something weird going on here that's making them kind of fabricate a little bit how this injury is going and happening or whatever. I don't know why that is. Not really sure. But I know that they worked the ankle the other night, but now he's being announced as not there. So maybe it is an ankle, or maybe it's something else. Maybe he's got like the flu. It wouldn't surprise me if it could be something too where he's like got the flu and they don't want. I mean, this would be kind of old school of them to do, but you don't want the champion to look weak. So if he's got like the flu or something, you don't say, sorry, AJ Styles couldn't be here because he's got the flu. That makes the champion look weak. So maybe you say like, oh, that he's got an injury, a bad injury of some kind, or an ankle injury or something like that. That makes it look a little bit better. Especially when the first night when he came back out to help Nakamura, even after he looked like he was hurt. But it seemed like they worked that injury, and I don't know why. So there's a bunch of things it could be. I haven't listened to some of the the more in-depth newsy experts like Dave Meltzer and guys like that yet. I haven't heard from them. I'm sure they've said something. I haven't heard it yet. I could have to comment on it, but the fact of the matter is I don't really know exactly what's happening. It is concerning. I mean, hopefully on SmackDown, we'll see him on SmackDown. Hopefully we'll see even him in a match or something, and then you'll feel better. But it's kind of like one of these things where, like, let's just sit the champ. Let's have AJ Styles really just about do nothing. And this is why it really comes into play that they suck at storytelling and story writing. Because if they can't put AJ Styles out there to have matches, they have no fucking idea what to do. You know, back in the day, you could have put Stone Cold Steve Austin in a million different things without him having to wrestle. And I know that AJ Styles, you know, personality-wise, isn't Stone Cold Steve Austin, but neither is the writing staff. They're not Vince Russo, for sure. They're not the creative people that Vince had. They're not Vince's mind. They're not the people that were writing back then. It's very cookie-cutter crap right now. But then again, onto the deletion. Tonight, it's make or break. I talked about this on Patreon. It's make or break. What do you guys think about the deletion tonight? We're getting ready for it. I also want to announce that a little bit later on today, I'm going to be going live and doing a Q&A live with all you guys. So that's another big reason I made this video right now. Absolutely expect Undertaker to come back. Still people asking me about that. It's we had a video. We did it on Out of Nowhere. We talked about American Badass or the old Undertaker. And it really does. It really is leaning towards, you know, a possibility for the American Badass like Taker to make an appearance. And I suppose, in a way, it's not ideal, right? Because ideally, you would have liked to see this happen last year, right? I would have preferred the American Badass Undertaker to show up after losing to, like, Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And then I would have preferred the year after that the real Undertaker returns again, and then he has his final push and then retires. I wouldn't like to see the Undertaker have retired last year like he did, but we get the American Badass Undertaker now, and then he retires next year. That would be a little weird to have Undertaker go out, as the last time we saw Undertaker, or last time we saw Mark Calloway play something, it was the American Badass character, and not the Undertaker. That would be, and I know that it's really the same thing. You know, American Badass is the Undertaker, but I don't know. It's very confusing and it's weird, and that whole thing kind of messed with the character a little bit. So, you know, I don't know. I really don't have an answer too much for that, but I would think that in the scheme of things, you would do the American Badass returns. And you try to just keep calling him like Big Evil and the American Badass, and then kind of stay away from the Undertaker name. And then the next year you bring back Undertaker, you know, and then you retire him. But if we get the American Badass, then I'm a little bit confused. Plus at Raw 25, we got regular Undertaker, so he's not gone. So that's the other thing that kind of doesn't make sense. Unless the WWE just saw it as they brought back the character, even though the character retired and is gone after WrestleMania last year. It was very, very confusing, very convoluted, very strange, because I just, like, you couldn't have a more, like, I am retiring moment than last year with The Undertaker and Roman Reigns. Like, there couldn't have been a more obvious, like, I am now done. It is over. And people are crying everywhere. Like, dude, I was crying last year at the end of WrestleMania. Come on. So it is very strange. It's very touchy if you're a big-time fan of the character. I'm not as connected. I mean, I really just think it illogical. It doesn't make sense, but I'm sure, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you want to watch Wolverine go out the right way, you know, the way Wolverine would go out, like he had in the comics a little bit. And if you watch Logan, you know, you saw Logan. It's like a buzzing noise right now. It's driving me nuts. But, yeah, so those are kind of my loose thoughts about that. But I've got a lot more to talk about. There's there's Era Lucha. We got a press release from them in my email a little while back, and I never really announced it, but I'll talk more about that. Era Lucha, I think it's called. I believe Rey Mysterio has really jumped into this thing, which is kind of crazy. And, of course, we got Famous B from Lucha Underground Season 4 competing for our Monetize This belt this Friday night. That's going to be crazy. I'll be in it, too, though. and so won't Ken. It's going to be a 5-way. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to take your questions, guys, because there's so much to talk about. I'm going to go live on my phone and just let you guys, spew out questions and comments and shit, and we'll talk about it before Raw happens, and we'll see what happens. Me and Jake might be releasing a video soon. I might be putting a podcast on Corrupted's YouTube channel, and I certainly have Morning Madness available right now on the website for you. So, guys, get over there to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show if you guys can support the show. This video today was brought to you by northjewelry.com and by pwpnation.com. That's where I get my wrestling news. A lot of the stuff on Undertaker over there on pwpnation.com. My buddy Jay over there. So northjewelry.com, pwpnation.com, and, of course, WrestleCrate.com. My name is Joe Cronin. Hit me up on my new Twitter account, @RealCronin. That's where you got to go. Tonight will be the Raw review and then PUBG, as always. And we are very close, I would think, to being partnered on Twitch because we've hit all the numbers, everything. It's been fucking incredible. I thank you for that. I think I just got this video demonetized by saying the F word. We'll find out about that later. So you guys paid for the channel, people who are patrons. We'll have live donations enabled tonight with some new ones, so you guys can have some fun tonight if you'd like. About Monday Night Raw. Is it going to be good? That's the question I have for you right now in the comment section below. First of all, go get my brand new JCS t-shirt that's available on joecroninshow.net. The new JCS t-shirt as well. But that's my question in the comments down below tonight. I want you to tell me, will Monday Night Raw be good tonight? And what are you most looking forward to? I assume it's the Hardys thing, but maybe it's something else. Will Monday Night Raw be good tonight? We will see you tonight live after Monday Night Raw.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
On YouTube. Over 50 million views.
Who cares?
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
Here's some other videos that you guys might have missed that I did yesterday and the day before, because YouTube sucks. Sometimes you miss it. These videos available now. Just click your screen and check them out.